Good morning, Happy Valley, and welcome back to another edition of Penn State 365 podcast. As always, I'm your host, Richie O'Leary, and join when we're talking Penn State football, Penn State football recruiting. My co-host, HappyValleyInsider.com senior writer, Dylan Callahan-Crawley. Today was a pretty big day for NCAA football, College Football 25, the video game. Lots of leaks today. I shouldn't say leaks, really. It's just more of a bunch of people playing the beta. So I want to talk about that real quick. I want to predict the top, we'll say the top, we already know the top three, right? So we could kind of predict the starters, I guess.
Nick Singleton, Abdul Carter, and Kevin Winston are all, I think, 91 over. I can bring it up here. But they're all top 100 players in the game. In case people missed that, I guess I can quickly go over it here real fast. Let me bring it up. Abdul Carter is 91 overall at number 47. Kevin Winston, 91 overall at number 57. Nicholas Singleton, number 64 overall. Sorry, he's a 91 overall. He's number 64 in the top 100. So they're all 91 overalls, but once you break it down by decimal points and all that video game stuff, that's how they fill out in the rankings. But those are the only three we know right now. We do not know the remainder of Penn State's rankings as of the time of recording. Perhaps CFB 25 will spoil us by the time we post this, and it'll be none of this will matter. But I think it would be fun to go through the starters at least and predict their overall ratings real quick.
So real quick before we do that, the team ratings leaked on one of the guys, I think it was James Bordeaux's YouTube account. How the fuck is the offense ranked higher than the defense?
Yeah, that is funny. I know Penn State lost a couple starters, obviously, from the defensive side of the ball last year, but I think their defense is still much better than the offense, at least heading into the season. But perhaps...
clarify. Here you go.
Yeah, but perhaps they highly rank Drew and Katron Allen, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know
90,
what else.
91.
Maybe a Julian Fleming and obviously a Tyler Warren. But beyond that, there's not many certainties on this offense. I think it's that Singleton and Allen are going to be good. Drew has unreal potential, but can he unlock that potential this year? And I think we all agree that Tyler Warren's one of the best tight ends in the country. Beyond that, we still don't know what level where Julian Fleming will be. We know he's going to be probably good, but is he going to be very good? Is he going to be great? Is he going to be elite? So not a lot of certainties on this offense, which really makes that funny.
So let's go through it real quick. You just talked about Drew Allar a little bit. Where you kind of see him being ranked?
Well, I think. Well, we know the top 7 quarterbacks in the game based off their release rankings, and he wasn't in there. I think he has to be probably in that 10 to 15 range. So I'm going to guess Drew comes in somewhere maybe in the mid 80s, maybe 85, 86.
Okay. I'm actually going to go a little bit higher than that. I'm going to go like 87 because I think he has the potential to be a 90. I mean, there's only one Big Ten quarterback listed in that top 7. That's Dylan Gabriel at number 4.
Yeah.
But I want to say he's got to be right behind him almost, right? Because who else is in the Big Ten at quarterback this year? That's good. Well, you got to factor in USC, I guess.
I haven't really thought about it in a while, but some other quarterbacks in the Big Ten. Mike Wright is at I think Northwestern. Maryland doesn't have a quarterback. Curtis Rourke, Indiana. Is Calic Manis starting at Rutgers?
Calic Manis, yeah. But he's
Rosmer, Minnesota. Dylan Raiola, Tyler Van Dyke, Aiden Childs at Michigan State.
Will Rogers.
Hudson Card. I forgot Will Rogers was down here in the Big Ten. Miller Moss.
I'd have Drew probably second or third.
I think Drew is the second best quarterback in the Big Ten. We also forgot Will Howard, by the way.
Mid.
No, I don't think he's better. I think Drew is better than every quarterback in the Big Ten that's not named Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I'd agree
I
with
think
that.
he has a higher ceiling than Dylan Gabriel, but I think he's better than every other quarterback other than Dylan Gabriel.
I completely agree.
I'll go with 86. I'll go with 86 since that's what I said. I could see him being, somewhere between 87 and 89 as well.
Okay. Running back, we know Nick Singleton's 91. I don't know how many were listed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
A lot.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 were listed, ranging from 96 to a 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 were listed, and Nick Singleton was fourth in the Big Ten. You'd have to assume Katron Allen's probably right there on the cusp.
Yeah, I'd probably put him also at that 87, 88 mark.
Okay. I'd agree with that. Wide receivers, the big question mark. I don't even know how to even understand that one.
I think you start with Julian Fleming, and I think he's probably 80s, mid-80s, 85-ish, 86.
85's about right. He's shown potential, but he's not like star potential yet.
Right. Harrison Wallace, I would probably put in that 83 range, 82, 83. But after him, Caden Saunders, I imagine would have to be in the high 70s. And here's the other thing that's really hard to, a little bit, I think, the other issue with almost paying the players down the game is, are these guys really fairly ranked to what they probably should be, or is the game trying to keep players happy as well? I think that's something. Because if you look at the leaks out there, and there's a Reddit AMA with somebody who played the game, there's a lot of teams that are in that 70s range overall that there probably shouldn't be. There's not a lot of teams that are in the 60s, if any, or lower, when there probably should be. So that could also probably factor into here as well. But yeah, I would probably put Harrison Wallace in the mid 80s, 82, 83. Caden Saunders maybe high 70s, 77.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Tight end, Tyler Warren. They only listed one Big Ten tight end, Colston Loveland, and he's number 1. They ranked 5 from 92 to 90 overall. You'd have to probably assume Tyler Warren's up there.
Yeah, again, I have to put him in the high 80s. I would probably put him at an 86 maybe. I do feel like he's somebody who could be just overlooked nationally as well a lot. So I could see him also, being as low as like an 84, 85, just being overlooked because he hasn't put up those big numbers.
We'll just go left to right for offensive line. You don't have to give me like an in-depth reasoning for these, but you could say whatever you want.
Just do quick numbers.
Make it quick. Drew Shelton, left tackle.
Give me 82.
Okay, that's fair. We gonna go Vega or are we gonna go JB? Because it could go either way.
We can do both. I think both are going to be similar. I think they're both high 70s, low 80s. I think they could theoretically be mid 80s. I'm pretty high on Penn State's offensive line across the board, so I think they could be low. I think they could be mid 80s. I'm going to say, just in general, low 80s for both of those guys.
Yeah, I could see that. Do we go Dawkins or Cousins? Both?
We could do both. I think generally Cousins will probably be low to mid 70s just because he's a freshman.
Yeah.
Highly touted freshman, but not the highest touted freshman. Nick Dawkins, I'd imagine, maybe high 70s.
76, 77.
Yeah.
Around there, probably. Sal Wormley?
Veteran offensive lineman, did solid last year. I would say probably in that 83 to 85 range.
I guess Richie or Donku?
Donka, I would put probably in the mid 70s. Rucci, I'd probably put in that low 80s spot. He's been around now for a while, but hasn't seen the field much, so it's tough. But I'd probably put him in the low 80s.
Defensive line, deny Dennis Sutton. That's a tough one.
There's been some, even though he didn't make the top 100, there has been some early leaks that he is one of the higher rated defensive ends. So I'm going to say he's probably an 87 or 88.
All right, nice. Other defensive end, Abdul Carter, we already know at 91.
91.
Interior defensive line.
Probably could do the top 4 here.
Yeah, I was going to say Zane Durant.
I think he has to be an 85, 86.
Devon, not Ellie's, Devon J. Thomas.
I'd probably put him in the 82 range.
Hakeem Beeman.
82 again. And probably the same thing is ours,
Yeah,
probably.
Izzard.
80, 82.
Yeah. All right, cool. Linebacker, Tony
I mean,
Rojas.
any that you disagree on here?
No, I agree with basically all these. I'm a little shocked that this defense is ranked below the offense, but that's besides the point. That just tells me that they probably have this offensive line a little bit higher than I think, or they have the wide receivers higher than I think. Because
as far as I believe I've learned reading about the game, players will be adjusted throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, it's
because
like
there is no number 99. Number 99. There's no 99 overall players.
We don't need that either.
We do not need that either. But so any of these guys, like a guy we're about to mention, Tony Rojas, I think is probably going to start the season in the 70s, 76, 77, 78. Mm-hmm. But by the end of the season, I think he's somebody who could be like an 85.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Kobe King, that's a weird one. 81?
81? 80? Yeah, 81.
Yeah, there you go. Dominic DeLuca.
Really solid player overall. Probably could be higher, but I'll put it at like a 77.
That's a good spot for him, I thought. Where am I looking? Cam Miller. I'd probably say
81, 82.
Okay.
I think he could be higher again. It could be a little higher, but now I'll go 83.
Okay. I was actually going to say 80, 79. I think they might keep him low at first, but again, this is a guy they're going to go
but
up
also,
as soon as they play a couple games.
This is still a 90 overall defense. I'm not sure how they get to the exact numbers. So if it's like almost an average based, I mean, we're obviously way off, but I'm not sure how they calculate these things. But
me neither. You could have all 80s across the board, and they'll be like 90 overall, and it's like, wait,
right.
What? Like logic? Who else? AJ Harris. I'm assuming is probably going to be the other corner.
Yeah, I think I could see him being, formerly highly touted prospect. I could see him being in the 80, low 80s.
82, 83-ish?
Yeah.
84-ish, maybe? Kevin Winston Jr., KJ Winston?
We know he's a 91.
Oh, duh, I forgot.
Top 100 prospect.
Yeah. Jalen Reed?
Yeah, not only just not a top 100 prospect, I think he's the number 2 safety in the entire game.
Yeah, he's up there. Jalen Reed?
Jalen Reed, probably low 80s again. And same thing with Zakee Wheatley, I think is low 80s. I was going to say,
probably do him as well. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't understand how they're getting to that number. But
unless we're
I keep
way
looking
off.
at it.
Maybe we are undervaluing Penn State.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, I still think it's, regardless of the issues on the recruiting trail right now, it's still a playoff team.
No, absolutely. I think
this
we're going to break down the Penn State schedule plenty, and I think we could even maybe do small episodes of previewing the schedule. We haven't talked about this,
100%.
So nobody get their hopes up about whatever. But, I look at the schedule, and I think the floor is 9-3, and I think the ceiling is probably 11-1. So I think this is in most cases, if you play this season 10 times, I think they're a playoff team 7 or 8 of those times. It's going to be that stretch of USC, Wisconsin, Ohio State that I think determines the season. If they get through that 2-1, this should be a playoff team.
Yeah, but anyway, that's pretty much all I got. You got anything else before we sign off here?
No, I think we've done a lot here, and I think it's NCAA. Sorry, College Football 25 comes out in a couple days, so we'll be
very excited.
Fun to play that. Very excited for that to come back. But Big Ten Media Day is also just around the corner. Penn State sending 3 guys to Indianapolis alongside the head coach, James Franklin.
Is that 23rd to the 22nd to the 24th, I believe. I think Penn State's day 2, which would be the 23rd, if I recall correctly. So we'll have that. We'll have, I'm sure everyone's going to be talking about the newcomers between the 4 new schools. Personally, I'll be honest, don't give a shit. Because I don't think really they're that much of a threat between new coaches, new players, new regimes, mostly at most of them.
I think Oregon's the only threat of the new 4 for this season.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, USC's got a whole new offense, new quarterback, new everything. Washington's got an entire new team, new coach, new players, new roster. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. Oh, UCLA, new coach, and they're very mid for the Big Ten. But yeah, for me and Dylan, that's another episode of the Penn State 365 podcast. Signing off.